Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Odious Soul. My name is Shannon, and I am the fearless leader of this band of
She's the control center. She
Rugrats.
lied.
Yeah, I'm that's it. Whoops. Hold on. I always do that. I always forget to mute something somewhere. But anyway, tonight we have so much to talk about. So this show is going to be kind of crazy. So there is so much news. I swear, Mike just kept sending us info after info, link after link after link, and I'm like, oh my god, what are we going to talk about? And then today happened, and
all
like
went out
so
the
much
window.
stuff. Huh?
You know what
all of
Amanda
it
did?
went out the window.
Oh my god,
Amanda
like,
read none of it, and I just want to be surprised, just like everybody else.
I mean, that's kind of how I am, because I'm the newbie here. I should not know anything, but let me just tell you, like, there is just so much stuff. So, but before we get into that, let's talk about who we are. Amanda, tell people who you are and where they can find you.
Oh, I'm a person. My name is Amanda, and you can find me on TikTok and Instagram at Stay Fast and Weird. And because now I'm programmed to say this, do not find me on Facebook ever. It's not allowed. I'm under the weather today.
You say it all the time.
Yes.
Yep.
Totally programmed.
Mike, what about you?
TikTok and Instagram at Twisty Rider.
All right. And then me, I'm Shannon. You can find me Odious Soul everywhere and everywhere and everywhere, because that's just who I am, everywhere. So
dude,
anyway,
why do we suck today? Oh my god.
Dude,
We're all like struggling.
So like it's been a week. It's been a crazy week. It's been like a rough 9 days. We'll put it that way.
Oh, for sure.
I know Amanda's had a roughness. Mike's had a roughness. But it's okay, because we're going to get through it, because there's some awesome shit going on right now. Okay. First, before we start, let me just give a shout out to Kayla Yakov. She was on the Today Show today. So congratulations, Kayla. You know, it's great seeing a young person, especially a young female person, you know, representing like the Moto America and motorcycle racing on a national, you know, circuit like the Today Show. I used to love the Today Show, but then they kicked off Matt Lauer because he was inappropriate.
Allegedly.
I don't know anything about anything, so
all I know is I'm not very big on this whole Me Too movement shit. Like, honestly, like I hate it. But anyway, but I've never really had issues. We're gonna go bypass. Okay,
let's separate a movement from people lying. There's a difference.
We should not go down this road.
No, we shouldn't, and I want to stop it right now. But I'm just saying.
Can I just say something really, really quick on it?
Not from a man.
Really,
go ahead, Mike. God, you can dig your hole. You can dig the hole.
In the military, we were briefed. Like, they separated
several
guys
times, because all the time.
It was the whole thing. They're like, if you wake up, report her before she reports you, because in the military you're guilty until proven innocent. So
that's so fucked.
They basically were like, if you sleep with somebody and you were drunk, you know, report them before they can report you.
The military is filled with toxic bullshit, so let's not go down that road.
I mean,
and I know because I was in.
It kind of sounds like Florida, like when you go to handgun classes, they're like, if you're going to shoot, make sure you empty the entire clip and make sure you kill them, because otherwise they can sue you if you like just hurt them, if you don't kill them.
You know what else I was told in the military when I was in the National Guard? They told me that, because I was in a transportation unit, right? So like they said, if you wrecked a truck or wrecked a vehicle, a military vehicle, they said, when you fill out your forms and shit or whatever, whenever the thing is, it's been a long time. They're like, just tell them that you sneeze, because it takes 3 seconds to recover from a sneeze, and people normally sneeze in 3s, and it's enough time to wreck a vehicle. Literally, that's what we were told. Like, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm 17 years old, and I'm like, why? I was like, okay, cool. So this is fucked. So yeah, we don't like that.
It's hilarious. So yeah,
it's funny, but
anyway,
do that.
Let's get back. Want to get back to the good stuff, or do you want me to go down like my whole Me Too?
No, we're getting back on.
Let's
go back on the things we want to talk about. Okay,
we're 3 minutes in and we're already derailed. So,
dude, we have so much motorcycle shit to talk about too. It's like,
let's get this train back on track.
All right. Well, the second thing that we need to talk about is Saddleman announced today that Frankie Garcia and Jake Lewis will be joining Patricia Fernandez and Corey West on their Mission of the Baggers team, which is awesome. Like, I love me some Patricia Fernandez. I know Amanda doesn't. But then like we have Jake Lewis, who is Amanda's
who doesn't
boy.
exist anymore, and he had a shitty year last year because he doesn't stay consistently on a team long enough and can't seem to get his shit back together.
Okay, so can I ask you, what do you think of him joining, like riding on like the backer races? Like, what is
I gotta
your
be honest
opinion
with
on
you?
that?
It honestly, I mean, I don't know. I think it might be a good change of pace for him, just in general. I mean, he's been God, dude rides dirt all the time.
It's gonna help. It's gonna help with his size because there's a lot more bike
he's
for him
a
to get
big
behind now.
boy.
Yeah, a lot more bike for him to get behind.
I mean,
Listen.
I'm kind of excited because we found out last week that Max Flinders is now going to do like the backer races.
I'm glad to see the field growing because that is just gonna.
Like
I like the baggers. I'm with it.
Like when I was on the Moto America podcast, they asked me my opinion of baggers, and I was like, it sucks, But I mean, I didn't say it like that, but pretty much is what I'm at. Like, it's not like I don't look forward to it.
It's an acquired taste.
But I will say,
I hated it at first too.
If we can get more racers, especially some of like the younger ones, the racers that people love and adore and fantasize about.
They're all racers that people love and adore. All of them, except for one, or now two. So you
can't really get to like the the younger ones on because that's a
that's a big old bike.
Yeah, it's a lot of bike to throw around for.
Yeah, that's something you graduate to. This is what racers do before they retire. And I think it's a good move. That's my thought.
See, no, wait. Can we go back a couple of episodes where Amanda was like, even the small people can throw around the heavy big bikes.
They can, but they can't be first.
I mean, who's to say? Like, maybe this backer thing is going to be the new, fun, trendy thing to do.
I want to see Stefano Mesa on a bagger. I bet you he'd throw that thing around and still fucking come number one. No doubt.
What if next week we hear that Stefano is going to be on a bagger?
I highly doubt that.
Would be so awesome. I mean, you never know though. I mean, you never know. Maybe he just does one race. Like maybe Jake Lewis gets sick and Stefano comes and steps in. Like you never know what happens.
They would put Tony Elias, or I never know, fucking that guy in place of Jake Lewis before they throw in Stefano.
All I know is it's going to be exciting to see like some new riders out there this year and just see what changes. Just see what changes. It's gonna be nice.
I'm about it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I just really don't care enough to have an opinion anymore.
Yeah,
it is what it is. I just want to see some racing.
A bigger field just means more close racing. So
all I know is we got like 6 weeks to Daytona, 5 weeks to Daytona. Holy shit, like it's right around the corner.
Yeah, I was looking at my calendar, like I booked more people than I should have, knowing that I was leaving because I lost track of how close it actually was.
Yeah, so, like I mean,
I'm trying to not do that for Austin.
First bagger race is right around the corner. I can't wait. All right.
And then if it keeps growing, then they'll do it more of the races too. So it's good. It's good.
I feel like when they created the schedule, though, they really wanted to highlight these baggers. Like they really want to make this a thing.
Yeah, because it's bringing in revenue.
Yeah, like that's. Think about Americans love them some baggers. They love them some Harleys.
I mean, wouldn't it be funny? Okay, so that wouldn't it be funny though if some of the motorcycle clubs started sponsoring like their own like racer?
Can't do that. I would never. I would no.
Yeah, that would kill it. I think that would kill it.
I don't know. It's
just highly inappropriate. No.
I mean, I guess because I was involved in that, we could have like just one race, one bagger race, where like all the different clubs, like all the different.
Yeah, and then they bring out their chains and guns and shit and start.
I was unfortunately involved in that when I was married, and it was fucking disgusting. I do not. I would disown.
It's gonna be like Road Rash. Remember that game? With the
yeah, dude.
I don't know that game.
Fred, no. Oh my God, Shannon, you gotta live a little. So Fred, my
video games is not living, sweetie. Video games is the opposite of living.
It is not. It's great for your mental stuff.
No, it's great to keep you inside and to make you not live. Living happens when you're not playing video games, when you're not looking at a phone.
Nobody said a phone. Road Rash was or
TV or holding a controller in your hands.
There's no controller.
I
It's an
played it on
arcade game.
Sega.
Yeah, I'm all about the Sega. Anyway, like I was saying, so Fred, he builds these arcade games and he has Road Rash on there. He's got hundreds of games on these like arcade things. They're super cool. I think I have pictures on like my Instagram or something. But yeah, Road Rash was the shit and it was super fun on there. It doesn't hurt to let your mind escape every once in a while.
I know, but when I escape, I fantasize.
It's good for cognitive skills.
I fantasize about weird things, like houses that I can't afford.
Yeah, welcome to my life.
All right, well, let's get to the big news. Okay, so Mike sent this, I think, earlier today, and then my social media just followed with everybody talking about this. So we all know I'm a newbie and I don't know anything. So like I need somebody to tell me all the hype. What's
That's
so
the
good,
first
what's so
time
bad?
I've ever heard you say something like that.
What do you mean?
Like what?
About you.
That I'm like a newbie and I don't know anything?
Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding me? Like, I feel like I say it
Time.
all the time. I feel like I say it all the time. Like, I am new. I have no problem like
It
admitting
was
that I'm
so
new
stern and
nothing.
like believable. Oh man.
I know I am just dipping my toe into this amazing thing, of like motorsports. I mean, I know that, but Kawasaki
Define
just-
amazing because this shit just sucks my money.
That's
I
part
don't
of
know.
what makes it amazing. It's like
I mean,
magic.
the other day, I was in a very bad place mentally, but it was over 50 degrees outside. So I got my stuff on and I went for a motorcycle ride. And when I came back, I was happier than when I left.
Yeah.
Like it is amazing. It really is. It's great mental health stuff. Although I do not encourage people riding when they are really mentally messed up because that's not safe. But yeah, no, I mean, for me,
Yeah.
it gives me something to think about and something to focus on. It's therapy. But anyway, let's talk about this new Kawasaki. So Kawasaki announced today that they are launching an all new 16,000 RPM inline four Ninja ZX4RR. Did I get all the letters and numbers right and in the correct
Yes.
order? Okay.
Yep.
So apparently this is a big deal.
Huge
Absolutely.
deal.
Okay, so
Yeah,
who,
the deal.
Mike, let you go first. Let's let
Okay.
you go first.
So, well, my very first bike was a 400 inline four, like back in the 80s and 90s. That was a thing, like inline 400s, and they were absolute screamers, and they were awesome. And like I was saddened when they started coming out with all these like new 400s and everything, and they were doing twins because I mean I get why inline fours are expensive. It's a lot more technical. So to keep costs down and maintenance down and just make it more inviting to people, they said, oh, we've got engines are really good now, so we can do a parallel twin 600 700 that makes decent horsepower. Like 76 I think is what the 74 is what the MT-07 is. The SV650 has been like low 70s forever, but that's because that's all they can handle. Like anything over 76, I think they break their crankshaft. But anyways, so now they killed like the inline 400s, but now Kawasaki's like, hey, we can still do this. And now you're getting a 400 with the same horsepower as your MT-07, and it's going to sound amazing. Like once you get like a good exhaust on there, we're probably reaching like peak era of F1 car sounding, and I'm super stoked and I can't wait to hear these things and see these things. And
What's incredible?
I'm thinking about going to be where I'm not sure where I'm going to be this summer, but wherever I am, I'm going to be going to the Kawasaki dealership to buy one. Like I'll put money down to do what I got to do. I'm getting myself one of these bikes.
Dude, they only MSRP at $5,200. Like they're mad cheap. I could go like pick one up.
They're 10 grand.
It says I'm looking at it. I'm fucking looking at it.
Are you looking at the RR or the R?
Oh, fucking fine. Goddamn Kawasaki with their extra fucking R's. Just like Honda, dude. They need to knock it off. Dude, just like my fucking bones I pick with fucking Honda. Like, where's the Fireblade, bro? Why does the UK get the Fireblade? Why do we get all the R's? Like, this is why we don't like Honda. Suck a dick. Like, come on. R's are too much.
Kawasaki's been running an R and an RR forever because the difference before was the ZX6R for years was a 636 and the 6RR was a 600. But before that, the RR
here I
came
am.
with like a single
Hold
seat
on.
titanium valves.
Hold your dang horses for 5 seconds. I am on this website. Ooh. Wait. Yeah, 2023 Ninja 400. Okay, so we have that. That's ABS is 5,900. Without is 5,500.
It's not the Ninja 400.
I understand. But I don't know
Okay.
what R's y'all are talking about because I see Ninja 400 KRT edition. What the fuck is this shit? This is not what I'm looking for. Maybe.
Base price $9,699.
Where somebody
They're
send me
too
a goddamn link because I'm
Look up
losing my
ZX.
mind.
I
Look up
can't
ZX
from this. I can put it in
400RR.
chat.
Somebody just do it. No, don't do it in chat because I'm using my phone. Oh, never mind. Found it. Got it. No need. Okay, that's a different price. Yeah, it's only 10 grand. Whatever.
Well,
Just throw
still,
money
I
at
mean,
it.
You know,
When you
it's,
have other goals in life, 10 grand is a lot.
Listen,
Yeah.
you're telling me. That's
I don't
why I
know.
have an
So
R3.
we all know that I have a problem with the name Ninja. Like I don't want to ride a Ninja for
And
many
that's stupid.
reasons.
Stupid.
I know, but
Dude,
like why
don't judge it based on its name. It's
So-
like judging a whore based on her face.
Listen,
Calm down.
Hey,
It's about the goods.
I'm not into butter faces though. I don't like butter faces.
Sometimes
and
you
I
just
don't
gotta-
like I
You
don't
gotta let
okay,
the
so
love grow from
the
within.
very
Ninjas
first
are some of the
Ninja
best
came
looking
out in
bikes.
1984. Okay, so we are coming up on 40 years of freaking Ninjas. Like Kawasaki, it is time for a rebranding, okay?
You
That's
already
like
know what I'm
why.
going to say about this.
What?
The
Like,
GSXR has been around since like
The beginning of time.
and
Yeah,
we
like-
know how I feel about a
CBRs,
GSXR. I
every
won't ride one of
brand
those
has their
either.
thing.
So
Why is
maybe
he-
we rebrand it, maybe like it'll have a different kind
No,
of
people
because-
are going to
no,
be
no.
pissed. Even people
Because
don't
it's
ride
that's the
Cowies. Like,
well, all right. So you were looking at it the wrong way,
you're opening
Shannon,
up a
because
can of worms.
it's Z because technically it's a ZX. Like Ninja is just like a shorthand name. Like if you go to like when I was a tech, they didn't no service manual ever tells you like like Honda's. It's not a Gull Wing. It's a GL 1800B or whatever. Like it's a chassis code. So
All I'm going to
You're-
say is Shannon's probably lucky there's only a few people watching right now because if any bike people were watching, they'd be jumping down that third about changing up Kawasaki. I mean, it's just the brand. I don't like it. I don't ride Kawasaki's. I mean, but this is an incredible bike. I'll tell you that. But like I was saying earlier, Kawasaki has been incredible, consistently innovative. Whereas like Suzuki, I'm a loyalist, I know, but like they didn't change the Hayabusa for years, and the minimal changes they made didn't really even matter. So like, oh, we're just gonna get rid of Hayabusas. I think we should, but that's neither here nor there. Or the GSXRs, like it's just their thing, man. It's just, I mean,
And
what are we
they're-
gonna get
and
rid of
they're
like the
broke, but-
R6s next? Like, what the fuck?
They did get
Can't
rid of the
rebrand it.
R6s. What are you talking about?
Get rid of the CBRs. And they already got rid of the Fireblade, which is unacceptable.
They,
However,
I don't think do they make the 600 R anymore? I don't think they do.
I don't know. Maybe I think that like a lot of these
Garbage.
bike manufacturers just keep
No, see, this
come
is
up with the
good.
same old stuff and think like,
This-
oh well, let's just do like a new version and then they
This
keep
is a
the old
completely
people
new
that
bike.
love it, but then they miss out on all this new people like me
Wait,
because
Shannon,
of the
this
stigma
is a-
that's happened for the past 20, 30 years.
This
there's
is a
no
completely
stigma.
brand
You
new
created
bike.
that.
Well, there's totally stigma attached to these bikes.
Absolutely. Okay, yeah. There's
Like-
jokes attached to these bikes. Like every Gixxer boy that gets on a bike, yeah, sure. Gixxer boys or Boosa
Boosa
bros,
boys.
or like, Yeah, I mean, there's something for every bike. I mean, that's just the way it is. It's just what we do.
I know. So maybe if they
So, like, we're
rebrand
not
these
trying to
things every
desensitize
like
it.
decade or so, keep things a little bit fresh,
No,
get
I
ahead
wanna
of
keep
things.
it
fresh. They
friends.
redesign them every couple of years. Look, the motorcycle
No,
industry.
they don't completely
years
redesign
ago-
them. They change
We
a couple
are
little
not women
things.
here, Shannon.
because-
we care about the insides. We
Look.
don't care about the outside.
Shannon, you have to realize that the motorcycle industry is broke right now. So what
It's been
Kawasaki
broke
did-
for a
what
long
Kawasaki-
time. What are you
what
talking
Kawasaki-
about?
Yeah.
They'll
So,
always
like,
be
they
broke.
use-
That's why we
they used-
ride.
They used to change bikes every couple of years. They can't afford to do that anymore. Kawasaki making this bike is just mind blowing because when everyone else is going cheap and affordable, Kawasaki's like, let's do an inline 400. It hasn't been, no one's done it in 40 years.
Well, I
30
mean,
years.
it's
Let's do
so
it, and
smart here in America. Like Skylar was talking to me earlier, and he was talking about like how it's cheaper on insurance. It's a 400
Sure.
displacement. It's going to be cheaper on insurance than like the bigger displacement bikes.
No shit.
Yeah,
I
mean,
ABS,
so
like
it's-
it's got, I think it's got
Let
traction
me
control.
give you this point of view. Let me give you this point of view. How many people, when they revived the muscle cars, like the Camaro, the Charger, the Challenger, the Mustang, and they gave the new
The
old
Mustang,
muscle
the
car
Mustang
thing?
never really left though.
No, it didn't. That's true. However, it still jumped on board with the same ideas, body style, and all that. And they brought out the Dart, which was garbage, by the way, and all these other cars with the old name, and they're still doing it. They're doing it with the Blazer. There's a market for it, regardless. So bringing back things or keeping things the same, and the Mustang never died. I'll tell you that. Crowd control is still there, bud. So like, it's still in the car industry the same way. People are soaking it up. They even made the Mustang that electric bullshit, like.
Oh, the
The
Mach-E.
hatchback looking thing or whatever.
Yeah,
Garbage, but people are buying them. I see them
they're
all over the
fast
place.
though. I
I
drove one.
know.
I drove one the other day, and you just like think about touching the gas, and it like takes off like
Well, it's
crazy.
instant power. It's a totally different. Well, I ain't gotta tell you.
Yeah.
I'm not going over it. But anyway, regardless, I mean, it works in the car industry. It absolutely works in the motorcycle industry. And why rebrand something that's known? When you think of a motorcycle and you're thinking of sport bikes or like people who don't ride, and they're like, crotch rockets. But the first thing they think about is a fucking Kawasaki.
I
They'll
know.
think, oh, is that a
I
ninja
know-
bike?
I know guys, yeah, ninja bikes. They call them ninja bikes. They don't know. They just know the name. So, like, it could
That's what I'm
be.
saying. They could call any sport bike a ninja bike. That's how they're known. So why the hell would Kawasaki ever change? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm sorry, Shannon. I'm sorry, but it's
Yeah, like
I
not
mean,
acceptable.
that would be a terrible idea. Like,
I
that's
think
their.
people would stop buying Kawasaki's. I would like super disown them. I don't even like them.
Okay, so like, so I just pulled up data. All right, so looking at the sales volume, like Kawasaki isn't doing any better. I mean, like
They don't have to do better when
consistent.
they're not doing worse.
they are consistent from year to year to year. I mean,
because ninja.
Yeah, and they're being.
They're consistent.
Would you
like,
rather be
they can't do
consistent or go through
anything.
highs and lows? At least they know what they can do.
I mean, they're going from lows. I mean, they went from like, what volume is this? 1,000.
Okay, compare that to
523,000 down to 463.
Oh wait,
The highest year
even better.
they've had was
Compare that to
2018.
Honda. Compare that to Honda. I want to see it.
All right, let's see here. Honda.
You tell me.
Motorcycle sales.
Well, that's tough because a lot of people buy their dirt bikes because Honda has like the best dirt bikes.
Yeah, I mean, and Honda also has like the old man bikes.
Yeah, but are you talking just
Everybody's got all
motorcycles or
their
are you
bikes.
talking about their products as a whole? Because, I mean, these guys supply so many things. And then you compare it to Suzuki where they
Oh.
have a very limited, nobody likes their dirt bikes. The DRZ is trash.
Apparently I can only see like they gave me one for free and like now they're gonna charge me to see this.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. Honda sold 17 million. Honda sells a whole lot more motorcycles than
Yeah.
Kawasaki.
Yeah, it's a
and
dirt
the,
bike.
and the CBR, by the way, Shannon, the CBR has been around since 1983. Like, they're not
Yes, and they haven't changed it 40 years
And they
with the
shouldn't.
same name. Like that's
They
just
should
the
innovate.
same thing instead
Why
of
would
re-
The
why would they change?
mechanical.
That's
Innovate the
it's-
engine.
This is
It's
one
a
of the
line.
reasons
It's
why
it's a
I'm
line.
excited that we're going to have electric motorcycles or hybrid.
Are you
motorcycles.
trying to just like ruffle our feathers?
she is pushing some.
I'm
buttons
not.
tonight.
I'm not letting it happen. I'm disappearing. Forget y'all. Do not exist. I don't want to talk about electric motorcycles. I'm over
I mean,
it.
with carbon emissions and like zero like or carbon
Fuck outta
neutrality
here.
coming up. I mean, motorcycle companies are going to be forced to do different things differently, aren't they? We're going to get some new names. Maybe we'll get rid of the Ninja name. Maybe
All right,
we'll
can we
get
move
rid of
on? I'm over
CBRs.
this.
I'm
Every
Every single
like,
episode we talk about has to do with EVs. We did EVs on our second episode. I'm
you know what?
over it.
I love bringing it
Maybe
up
the
and pushing your
third. I
buttons.
don't remember.
Listen, I don't know a lot in this sport, in this industry, but I know
It's
pushing
showing.
buttons. I know how to push your buttons, and that's fun.
Yeah. My
Okay.
buttons are easy to push, okay? Because I leave myself wide open.
That's what she said.
Listen, it doesn't go that wide. Calm down.
All right, so what else are we going to say about this Kawasaki?
It's great and we love it, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm this is the bike I'm looking forward to the most out of like
I
the
can't-
entire year.
I can't wait to hear one come through turn 1 at Thunderbolt or any track, really. I can't wait to get all the way through. Oh,
How about the crap Shannon was telling me earlier, how she doesn't understand why the bikes need to be loud. She wants them to be
Okay.
quiet. I was like,
listen.
are
That's
you- I was
not
like,
what
are
I
you-
said.
I'm not gonna
That is
say
not
what
what
I
I
wanna
said.
say.
That is not what I said
She's
or
trying to
how
start
I said
a
it.
fight. Shannon's trying to start a fight tonight.
No, I said I don't need a bike to be loud. Like, I don't get why you want bikes to be so super loud. It's like cars. I never got turned on by loud cars. I can get a beautifully tuned vehicle. I get that.
Listen,
But like
Listen,
decibel level does
there's-
not equal
there's
beauty when
loud.
it comes to how it sounds.
There's
I
loud.
don't care
then there's-
who you listen. I don't care who you are, where we are, what we're doing. You put me in a car and it sounds good and it's camming and we're going down the highway at an extreme stupid speed for no reason and we're doing shifty stuff and it sounds good and it feels good. Yeah. That's the easiest way to get me laid. It's great. I don't ever want anything to be. I don't want motorcycles to be quiet. I don't want cars to be quiet. I want them all to be tuned, be supercharged, have a turbo, do this. I don't care. Cam the fuck out of it. I want to hear it. I want to feel it, and I want to smell it.
See,
That's
the
the
way it's
easiest
supposed
way
to
to
be.
scoop me up.
Why do I want to smell anything like that? Doesn't that
Because
usually
have you
mean something
smelled
is
race fuel?
wrong?
No,
Doesn't that usually mean
it
something's
means
going
everything's
wrong?
going
Have you smelled race fuel? It is the greatest smell in the entire world.
Yes. What are you all
No,
doing?
I mean,
Or
come on.
two-stroke. I don't know.
No.
I'm stuck between two-stroke and race fuel. They're both pretty fantastic.
Ugh.
Yes.
I no, the two-stroke is like you
The
smell the
best?
gas can. Ugh, okay.
Oh my
No.
god, yeah, and burning rubber and oh my god.
Let me guess. I bet you guys like transmission fluid smell too, right?
That's hit or
No,
miss. Not
no.
really.
All right,
That
okay,
shit's
good. I always want to
disgusting.
make sure you guys actually had nostrils that could smell, because that shit is like the worst smell in the whole world.
No, gear oil is way worse.
That's
but
true.
Gear oil. I don't know. I don't know if I've smelled gear oil.
You
It-
probably have it.
Where does it go?
What?
The
dif-
gears.
differentials.
No, I'm like, obviously, no, I need help here. Where does it go?
I lost my virginity in a 93 Honda Civic. Was it a hatchback, Julie?
Oh my
I would
God.
hope so. I'd hope so. There's actually some room then.
Dude,
Right? I'll
Honda
tell you what,
Civic
hatchbacks are
hatchbacks
not the- they're
were
not the
like
jive.
the coolest freaking cars ever back in the 90s.
Wait, what was?
Those Honda Civic hatchbacks, they were like
They
the
still
coolest
are.
cars.
You know how much those things
Yeah,
go
they're still
for
cool.
now?
Yeah,
They're like collectibles now.
for sure.
You know,
The
it's
kids
funny,
that-
like
The cars that we drove around in shit boxes are now collectibles.
I ran
Stop
into
that.
a guy that I went to high school with when I was going to the gym, and he was like, "Yeah, I didn't think you would remember me." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Like, you had that Honda Civic hatchback. Like, how could I ever forget you?" I was like, "Of course I remember you. Like, that was like the coolest car in the
Yo.
world."
Julie's getting spicy over here. The spare tire. You didn't even lay the seats down? Come
Man,
on.
Julie Julie's one of us. She's our people.
I'm gonna have to teach her something. Only over the spare tire. Did you have the hatch open? I need some detail now. Paint me a picture.
But it was a
paint me picture.
hatchback. No,
I
we don't
want to
need a
know what
picture.
color that hatchback was. Was it the bubble color, that pretty like green, blue, that teal or whatever it was? I need to know it all.
Oh,
No,
Shen,
the whites were the most
tell
popular.
Amanda, tell Amanda your theory on why men like loud cars and motorcycles. And why you say how it gets louder and like it's screaming and everything.
Oh, does that make me a man? I like it when my men
No,
scream.
no. We were talking earlier, and I was saying how I don't get like how louder sounds necessarily equate. Like, why do men get so turned on by the sound of, like of a vehicle? And then all of a sudden, like I had this little epiphany because, in human sexuality, men look for cues. There are things that like turn them on and get them to the point of ejaculation. And one of those things is like the sound
Why
of a
are we
woman.
being like health education in here? Say it right.
Because I'm trying to. I know who's watching.
Oh.
So anyway,
My bad.
so like when like as a woman too, like it's important to know this, because if you want a man to finish faster, like there's just certain things you can do. Like you can, you start off like down here,
That no
and
woman
then-
ever.
and then you go up a little higher, and then you go up a little higher, and then you go up a little higher, and you can make things go faster if you just want it to be over with. Like this is a way thing to do it. And in the man's head, whether he's realizing it or not, you are giving him cues that his body is going to react to. And then I was just thinking, well, wow, like what if like this is a direct correlation to like how men feel when they hear cars. And then Mike brought up, well, what about women who like cars? And I'm like, well, maybe they were conditioned by a man in their life at some point who kind of trained them and got them into enjoying the sound of a car or a motorcycle. And
Awkward.
yeah, that's basically it. And then I got silence from both of you. Wow.
Yeah,
like,
let's move on.
that
Let's
never
move on.
happens.
I don't know. Let's move on.
KTM now owns 25.1% of MV Augusta.
Ooh,
So that's
that's
could-
interesting.
that could be big news for like both of them, because I hate KTM. I mean, they've got they don't have a ton of road bikes now, but they seem to be doing big things in MotoGP, Jack Miller. So
I love Jack Miller.
Yeah, Jack Miller's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's cool as
So,
shit.
He's gonna be riding KTM this year.
Of course he is. Number one.
So that could, this could be big for both brands, because MV Augustas are cool bikes too. Like,
Hell yeah, they are.
one of the sexiest bikes in the entire world. Well, two of the sexiest bikes in the entire world are both MV Augustas. The Brutale and the Super Veloci or whatever. They're basically the same bike, but one's gorgeous and the other one is just like like drop dead, like, oh my god, the prettiest thing ever made in the entire world. So I mean, that's but yeah, and they're great race bikes too. They're terribly uncomfortable to ride like on the street, but on the track,
Not made for the street.
Yeah, I've got friends that have raced them, and they said on the track they're great. Reliability has been an issue, but they're a small Italian company. If it was reliable, it wouldn't be a small Italian company.
Sorry.
But now they got KTM in there. KTMs are Austrian, basically German. So maybe KTM can do for MV what Audi did for Ducati. So we'll see what happens. This is going to be
like the European Union, huh, of motorcycles.
We'll see what happens. Because like that's what you need. Like, you need the Germans to make them so they're reliable and like actually make sense what they're doing. you need the Italians to make them look gorgeous because that's what Italians do.
Italians design them. Germans actually build them.
Like, I said, the first bike of the combination of Audi and Ducati was the Panigale, and that did some things to a lot of people.
Yeah, we know it did some things to you.
I remember the first time I rode one.
Oh yeah, what happened?
It was very nice.
All right, so Blake Davis. Can we talk about Blake Davis?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Love that kid.
Shannon doesn't like him because she's
no. It's not that I don't like him. He just wasn't my favorite in the Twins Cup, and like I got to meet him this year. I got to meet him in New Jersey, and I was a little intoxicated, and I kind of forgot he was in Twins Cup. I thought he was going to cry.
Like I thought he was going to cry.
No. But anyway, so I told the kid he wasn't my favorite in the Twins Cup because I love me some Jody Berry. You know that? Like I love me.
You broke Blake Davis's heart?
No, I didn't break his heart.
She broke his heart.
I am nobody. I am nobody. I am nobody.
And he's still
looking at every one piece of negative information like that affects like 10 positive things.
And then guess what happens? He won the #1 plate in Twins Cup. So obviously my opinion means nothing.
Probably because he's like, I'm going to show her like
why I'm the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
good kid.
He's going to be running the Daytona 200 this year. So not only is he going to be going back after he's going to be, what is it? His #1 plate. What is it called? Defending his title. Sorry, it's been a long week.
Yeah, his title, because Shannon said he sucked and he doesn't.
I did not say he sucks. I said he's not my favorite. So you remember this was my first year of motorcycle racing.
So you go around telling kids they're not your favorite? He's a boy.
Dude, how many people were like raced in the Twins Cup at Daytona last year? There were like 40 people in that.
You didn't have to go up to Blake Davis and say, "Oh, you're my favorite." You could have been like, "Yeah, you're cool, bro," but you didn't have to be like, "Yo, you're not my favorite."
The nicest kid in the whole world.
Super nice,
innocent,
so innocent. I hope.
And you know what? And he was still smiling even after that. I mean, like,
of course, because my opinion does not matter at all. And I'm not saying he's a bad racer. The kid is talented.
Hell yeah, he's talented.
I saw his heart break. I watched his heart break as you said it.
Into pieces.
But he kept a smile on and was just kind of like, tried to shrug it off. And, but it was, you could tell.
That poor kid. Ruined him at my home track.
Anyway, I can't wait to see him back at Daytona because the first time I ever saw him race, and this was one of my very first races I ever watched was Daytona, Moto America last year. Okay. I mean, and so many awesome things. Like that's when like the Twins Cup like really captured me because so many things happened at the Twins Cup last year, Daytona. That was when like Mazziato
was one of them.
Bounced off the wall, but then like Blake Davis slid out in like the first lap of race 2, and this is where my opinion of Blake not being my favorite came into play because he got on his bike and he was racing back to pit, but he went outside. He didn't take the track back. He went outside and then he got disqualified, and then he was all pouty and like storming away, and I was like, well, that's a kid. And I get it. I'm sure he's grown. I'm sure he learned a lesson. He seems like a great kid. I can't wait to see him grow. I can't wait to see what he does this year, and I'm super excited to see him race at Daytona, and especially for the Daytona 200. Like the kid has mad talent. Like I feel like if he continues
Can I ask you
his
something?
growth,
When you were his age, how were you?
When I was his age, I was like, I went through rehab and I was pregnant.
So him being pouty is
arrested.
the least of our concerns. I was a freaking nightmare at his age. Okay. Well, I really was. I wasn't that bad. I'm pretty sure I was in the military by that time. But like, we were all dickheads at that age. So him being pouty is the least of my concerns. Yeah, okay. I mean,
but when you were on the national level, there is going to be added pressure. There's going to be scrutiny.
He's new. He's a new kid being forced into the limelight to race.
I'm not saying he sucks. I'm not saying that at all.
You can't say he sucks. He's #1.
Yeah, the
He's
kid
number one
has
twins.
mad talent. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he wasn't my favorite. I'm saying I like me some Jody Berry more, in that division. Now this year, everything's changing, like there's some extra stuff going on. So I can't wait to see.
Mhm.
Like, I'm just so excited for this new season to start. Like, I can't wait for Daytona. I can't wait to go down there. I can't wait to get my drink on with Kate. She's bringing me a bottle of Casamigos. I can't wait to see Mark and the CFE guys. I can't wait to just go watch some motorcycle racing and then start fantasizing about my own motorcycle journeys this year. I mean, really, that's what it comes down to. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait for the season to start. And I don't know, like all of a sudden we just have started to get so much news coming in.
Yo, I think we're playing matchmaker up in this chat, yo.
What you think, like Matt and Julie are hooking up?
Listen. Y'all need to calm down. I claim every Matt and every Matt. Oh my God. Every man in this chat.
You claim every man in this
They're all
chat?
mine while we're in this fucking thing, in this podcast. They belong to you and I.
Oh my God. What?
They belong to you and I, because I'm possessive. I'm really not. I really could give a fuck less.
I mean, like,
I'm like the
anybody,
opposite.
I'm not like, no, like, no, nobody's sending me super chat. So like, I'm not possessive over them.
I'm not possessive over anybody. Somebody can go like fuck off, and I would probably just be like, oh yeah, okay. I'd probably be mad for like a hot second, but then like gather my shit, and I'd be like the next day, I'd be like, yeah, it's cool. Do you? I'm glad that makes you happy. Like, I just don't care.
Okay. I know something else I want to talk about.
Oh no, what?
The other thing I sent you guys about 12 or 42.
I didn't read it.
So essentially, this guy is running number 12 in Moto America in Super Sport.
I missed what you just said. What'd you say? My brain didn't process it.
Jamie Patrick is running number 12 in Super Sport in Moto America. Josh Herron is going Superbike. They're bringing in Yave Flores. Remember? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yave Flores or something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
So they're bringing him in, and I guess his number overseas was number 12. So Moto America came up and said, hey, would you switch to 42 from 12 so this guy can have number 12 because that was his number overseas. Now he claimed this number like, at the very beginning of the season. And he said, fine, I'll switch, but I'll need $1,400, $450 for graphics for the two bikes, or $450, for each bike, two bikes, and then shirts, $520. That's all he asked for.
It was like less than 2,000 total, right?
Yeah. He said roughly $1,400, and Ducati, Warhorse, HSBK Racing is making a big stink about it. So they're still up in the air what they're going to do. But it's like, that's all he's asking for is just enough to switch his numbers to 42 so this guy can come over and race the number he had. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's like so easy. Like the fact, I mean, for one, I give him mad props for making sure he registered like really soon and early, as soon as he could, so he could secure his number.
Oh, if you want your number, that's what you do.
Yeah, so that way, like, if he has to go through the expense of switching, like it's like if somebody gets like a website before you have to pay a little bit of money to get that. But maybe he doesn't want to ride with 12. Maybe he is okay with riding a different number. Not I'm talking like the ex Superbike guy.
Oh no, I think he wants number 12. I'm pretty sure that's why they're making a
well,
big
then
stink.
Just pay the dude $2,000 and move
it's
on.
Just
and then take your 12
fucking number.
And they have so much money. Like,
I say that, but I don't change
there's
mine.
like,
wouldn't it be funny if he pulls
owns,
out because he can't get to ride with 12 and
the
because
they're too cheap? The guy
cheap.
that owns Warhorse, like is Louis de Naples Jr. This guy has, like, the Naples family has so much money, like so much money. Also ties to the mob, but that's a whole other story. But so much money, like $1,400 is literally like nothing. Like he probably, he probably has that like, in his pocket that he could just say, okay, here you go. But
Well, I mean, but that's why people like that have money, because they are like this.
This guy bought an old battery warehouse to put the shop in, and also turned in half of it into skating rink, like ice skating rinks. There's 2 ice skating rinks because his sons played ice hockey. So he bought a skating rink for his sons to play ice hockey and a bus to transport the ice hockey team around.
Buses aren't that expensive.
He doesn't have all this money because he just, because he saves it. He has all this money because they've got a ton of money. So
how much do you think he's like his salary is to ride Moto America for Warhorse?
That's another thing we talk about. We talk about salaries. So I don't know if you guys read that, but the lowest paid people.
Somebody's trying to see your tits.
Who's mine or Mike's?
Yeah, I think we have a porn bot, but it's real.
I don't see anything about it.
What are you talking about?
See more of your outfit. That sounds like, let me see your titties.
I don't see anything about outfit. Where?
Really? Your chat isn't like,
I'm feeling objectified. I was thinking Netflix and chill. I can't help my hotness.
Also, Matt F. Ill Chunky.
Juicy Julie asked, can we zoom? What?
Yeah, we got some wild shit going on in chat, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm about this life.
Like, I like milk.
I don't think mine. I don't think mine's up to date here.
I feel used and abused.
Yeah. All men are objects. Yes.
I don't see anything about me and my clothing. I see Mike and something.
Juicy Julie said, at Odious Soul, can we see more of your outfit, please? After Matt F said maybe his feelings are chunky, which LOL. It's so gross.
You know what? I don't see it.
I don't see any of that.
See it.
The last thing I see is Matt with a laugh.
Where the hell is that?
Yeah. Nope. I don't see it. I wonder what this was. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I guess there are ways. Oh wait, here we go. Okay. Can we see more of your outfit, please? Okay, we're gonna totally do that because that was funny. I guess my internet was slagging because all of a sudden they all came through. Yeah, wait, if your feelings have a yeast infection, sure. Oh my gosh. So let's get back to these MotoGP salaries. Like,
so the lowest paid guys in MotoGP in the premier class are making 250,000 euros. So like Moto America guys most of the guys that race Moto America have like real jobs too.
Yeah. I mean, MotoGP is like worldwide circuit. It has a much bigger, budget. I mean, just the cost of getting these bikes and these crews and everything from like country to country, week in and week out. I mean, it is a much bigger budgeted thing. So of course you're going to need higher talent and you're going to pay that talent, and I mean, these guys are doing crazy things. I mean, these guys are risking their lives to ride these motorcycles as fast as they do.
And I looked it up. The NFL league minimum is more than the 9 like bottom riders of the premier class in MotoGP. Like the 9, not bottom riders, but like least paid riders. So
I can never say this guy's last name, but Quattaro. I can't say his fucking last name.
Quattararo.
Guy with the Q. Yeah,
Quattararo.
750,000 to switch helmets. What were the brands? I'm not up to date. Who knows?
I mean, but
Quattararo. Is that how you say it?
Quattararo.
We're too American for this shit, dude.
You know what? So I used to work for Luxottica, who is an Italian company that does eyeglasses. And we sold a lot. They
do lingerie,
but they do a lot. Well, I wish. No, they did a bunch of like frame lines, and so they actually had a number we could call into to hear how different brands were pronunciated. So it was like Versace, Versace, Dolce e Gabbana, Dolce e Gabbana. Like seriously, like there was an Italian lady on the phone who was just like this, like repeat, like it just kept going. All these Italian brands.
So
And he would tell
here's
us how
the
to
deal with
pronounce everything.
Fabio. So I just looked it up. It's 750,000, not dollars, but whatever their currency is. And for he will wear the FMI or FIM homoglobin RPHA. What the fuck is that with the Diablo design on top?
Homoglated.
I don't know, some shit I ain't even ever heard of, and I'm a gear nerd. Oh wait, HJC. Yeah, so yeah, he went to HJC. That's such a fucking trash brand too.
No, it's
Nobody
not.
wears those.
No, it's not.
Get outta here,
except for Lorenzo wore them for
If
a
you
little
wear
bit.
okay,
and
I'm talking.
Vince
If you're just
Steve,
a normal
look,
guy
I
going
don't-
up to Revzilla,
I'm not a big HJ or HJC fan, but I might buy the new Ben Spies helmet because it looks amazing.
oh yeah, that's the best part about helmets is collecting them just because.
I mean, I still wear it.
Collecting them just because what?
What? Have you not seen like all the Rossi helmets that you just collect, or like you just collect them?
Yeah.
Who has money? Like, no.
You'd be
$1,000
surprised.
on a helmet, you know, why not have multiple $1,000 helmets?
For sure. For sure. Absolutely agreed. Like helmets are cool as shit. And
Oh,
not
did you
only
see
that,
that
like, who's gonna play their helmet?
Arai launched a new helmet?
Of course they did. They all launch helmets every year.
No, Arai very rarely launches a new design. I mean, a new like model shape helmet.
Oh, shape you're talking. Okay, that's a little different. So
Yeah, I mean, they
Well,
all
I thought,
launch
can we
different
talk about like
colors and
gear
stuff.
on a different episode? Because that's like where I shine. I know a lot.
I know
about
nothing
gear.
about gear. Just when
I
like
know
things hit
I
my
know
email
so much.
box.
Alpine
I know nothing
Stars
about
does
nothing.
helmets now because Jack Miller's wearing Alpine Star from head to toe. So
Of course he is. He
Yeah,
ought to
like
be.
yeah, like what is that with the helmet? Like, I didn't know Alpine Stars did helmets.
that is a
It's
new
new.
thing.
It's not ever been a thing, but now it's a thing.
I guess now they're good enough to trust on your head
But
when
here's
you're
the
riding
thing.
200 miles an hour and flipping off of it.
I mean,
Well, ideally, you won't
I
be.
trust them with my feet and my hands.
Like I feel like they always had like motocross dirt bike style, but I never really heard about road racing.
That's
Well,
because
I
I
mean-
mean that doesn't make it bad. I mean, Alpine Stars started with snow shit, not even
Yeah,
like motorcycle shit.
And they've been around for like ever. I'm
Forever.
honestly surprised it took them this long. Like they got boots, suits, gloves. You know,
Listen.
now they can literally sponsor a rider.
Oh,
like,
wait, here. Okay, so I
everything.
just Googled this. It says five days ago, Alpine Star's very first road racing helmet, which is featured in 2023's MotoGP by Jorge Martin. So they have their very first road racing.
Yeah, and you know what?
helmet.
Not for nothing, I would totally trust that helmet, first one or not, because I mean they make air vests too. They make all sorts of shit that's just really awesome. I mean, their gear's top notch.
I'd have to see a couple crashes before I would.
No, God, no. Why would you wish that for one or for two? All you gotta do is research the makeup of the helmet, and you'll know.
And they're Snell approved. They have to be Snell approved, and that's like
that's true.
Anything that's Snell approved, is good quality. Like
that's bullshit because Icon wasn't when they had a Snell approval. That was all money.
Well, yeah, Icon was good for like 30 seconds before they went like the complete garbage.
All right.
I mean,
so like, okay, so I guess I'm kind of like, I got brought into the sport with a couple of really great people who taught me safety above all else. So like, I'm a big
how do you not know about gear?
Okay.
But I mean, I do know about some gear.
You have, wait, don't you have an Alpine Star suit?
Yeah, she does. Or no, you have Dainese.
Yeah.
No, wait, I have a suit, but we're talking like helmet. So So I have an
Okay.
awry helmet. So one of the big
So
things
you
about
trust
awry
them with
is
your
the egg-
organs, but not your head?
because that's different. Like the head is the most
It's
important
not
thing.
different. It's not
So, but
different.
Alpine
It's
here's the
not
thing, when
different.
it comes to a
Here's the-
helmet,
It's not
the
no,
awry has kept like a very simple egg-shaped design. Okay, and I get that
Everybody's head
because
shape is different.
I don't
You
have
wear
an
a different
egg-shaped
brand
head.
for
but no,
head
no, no, no,
shape.
no, no. Well, one of the reasons why they've kept this basic shape, okay, like the egg shape, is because when you go down, you want your head to slide. You don't want anything
For
to be
sure. But let
caught.
me tell you something.
like,
not everybody's
for
head
their
fits
re-
in an awry helmet. I can't wear an awry.
No,
It's
they
I
they
can't
have
either.
they have different shapes of arise, and then you can always build up the cheeks
No,
too. But
no,
they have like their
their
like the
race
little
helmet-
fin on the back. The fin on the
Don't
back
talk
of the
about gear.
awry
You've already
will
admitted you don't
break
know
off.
shit.
It's designed to disconnect, so like it's designed to chip
But
as opposed to
I'm telling
stick.
I
And you think
cannot
other
wear a
brands aren't?
Corsair. I
I
cannot
don't
wear a
know, but
Corsair.
I'm saying like I need to know more. I
don't
need to see
know.
more. Like I'm looking at this helmet, this Alpine Star, and I'm
You're
like,
looking at it, but are you reading about it?
I'm looking at things, and that's what
And-
I'm saying. I need to know more about it. Like I'm
Knowledge
looking at
is
it
power.
thinking,
Knowledge is
you
power.
think-
I don't know. Like
do
there's
you-
a
do
couple
you
things
honestly
that could
think-
totally stick.
No, do
I
you think
forgot
you
you
would
were an
wear a
expert in
helmet?
that,
Do you
right?
think
No,
anybody
I'm
in
not an
MotoGP
expert. I'm a questioner.
Do you think anybody in MotoGP would put something on their head that wouldn't
It's so simple
protect
to solve
them?
all your questions by just reading the stats about it, and then you'll know the Alpine Stars is superior. But either way, all these aggressive style helmets are built to save your head. Now, not everybody fits in every brand. Okay, I'm gonna go on a rant because I freaking love gear. Like me, I like the way an HGA or HGV or oh my god, I can't
AGV?
talk.
AGV?
Yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. I like the way they fit because I don't like too close here. I like to be a little far. However, I switched to a Scorpion. It doesn't give me all the room I like, but it fits me snugger and it fits me better and it's a lot safer because of that. So like Scorpion had a bad name for a long time too. However, they had, what do I have? The R1 Air. I have like their
Yeah.
top-notch helmet, and it's a badass helmet. And I
The
can't
Scorpion
complain.
helmet's awesome. Their glove. I have a pair of gloves.
Yeah,
their
and I
gloves,
didn't like
they're
how the
awesome.
Scorpions fit at all.
Exactly.
See,
So,
I can't
but
wear-
some people
I
it
can't
fits
wear a
better.
Corsair.
Every
Like
brand's
the-
different.
The Arai Corsairs do not fit me.
Exactly.
I like bells.
Arai's an excellent
Bells
brand,
fit
but
me
it does not do me good.
fantastic. The Scorpions fit me pretty well. Shoeies hit or miss, but
They're too tight.
And-
I don't like them.
but yeah, and HJCs just don't
Garbage.
fit right for me. But near, I said, the Arai Corsairs, like every time I want to be able to wear them because there's so many I like, but
For
they
sure.
just I can't. Like it's like if I crash in this, I'm going to die.
So that's the shitty thing about like some helmets is they look so cool, but they just like don't suit your head shape. And everybody is different in that way. And you need something to fit properly first and foremost, and every brand is different. As long as it has the proper ratings, it's got that aggressive race fit. And I'm looking at this helmet. First off, this Red Bull Alpine Stars helmet looks badass. And it's got an aerodynamic shape, which is typical for MotoGP.
That
Like, this
orange
is
and
the way-
black. That
Huh?
orange and black head to toe. The orange and black head to toe on the KTM, like that's gonna look sick.
For sure. It's the way it should be. But holy hell, dude, this helmet, and it's got really nice venting too, which I'm enjoying. I like a good vented helmet. And less air
Well, it
noise. So
keeps
like
you-
there's
it
a lot
keeps
of
you
things
cool.
to think about. There's so much you could put into when it comes to like helmets and stuff. Why does everybody like it when I get feisty? I get so embarrassed when I get like that because I feel so annoying and my voice gets
No,
really high.
what's really funny is like you do not feel like you like it's like tomorrow you'll watch a show and you'll be like, oh my god, was that really me?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes I watch it directly after. I'm like, what the fuck is my problem? Like, I need to chill
But
out.
this is
Like, why am I
you.
like this?
Own it. Who
I
you
do
are.
own me. But I don't want to be an annoying little bitch. I'm trying to like have respect in life. I don't want to be
This-
like this
Listen,
anymore.
this is a YouTube
I'm just
show.
passionate.
We don't even get 100 views on this. You're fine. Like you can be whoever you want on these shows. But I do enjoy your feistiness. Like we only have had you like half of last episode, the episode before you weren't here. It's nice to have you back. It's nice to have your feistiness. And you know what? Mike
Listen.
still got a chance to talk tonight. Mike was really worried that he wasn't going to get to talk tonight.
Oh, I can change that. We started talking about gear. We
No,
can change that.
it's like 10 o'clock, so we gotta like wrap it up. So
I know,
last,
man.
last
you
words.
guys are lucky.
Last
I kept
words,
it nice
people.
with the Jake Lewis thing. I kept that very PG-13 and nice. I disowned him, by the way.
Can I just say, like, it was hilarious. So so Mike sends out, like, before the show, Mike sends out the link about the announcement, and I'm like, oh my god, like, that's awesome, like, you know,
It's also
Patricia
great
and
to be on
Jake
a
on the same
bagger.
team. And all of a sudden Amanda's like, what? She's like, no. And then she's like, who's Jake Lewis? Who's Patricia Fernandez? Like, she and like Mike was like, you know, like, he starts sending me pictures of
It was
Patricia,
over his head. I was
and
like,
like,
I don't know these people.
she's like, yeah, I don't know these people. I
No,
don't know these people.
No, I
just
knew
own
she
them.
was. That's why I sent the pictures. Like, that's why I sent
I
the
know, it
specific
was
pictures that I
so
sent.
funny. It
Oh,
was
and you know what I
hilarious.
said in reply to half-ass naked pictures of Patricia Fernandez? The fucking porn star Mia, I don't know how to say her last name. She looks just like her.
She doesn't look anything like her.
It's two different things. Okay, so like Patricia Fernandez
Is
like,
a
she's an
athlete.
athlete, and like her personality is fun and it's uplifting and all that shit. Like, she's not like she's not doing it in a sexual way. She's like doing it in like a Sports Illustrated, you know,
I'm
swimsuit
curious
model
to
way.
see. I'm curious to see. I posted this on. Oh, I deleted that post on Facebook. Somebody threw Patricia Fernandez on one of my things, and I was like, "Yeah, let's see what Nadia has to say about her in this podcast." She was hilarious but truthful.
Who's Nadia?
What? Oh, okay. I send. You give me 5 seconds.
Who's Nadia? Like, tell me, who are you talking about?
Mike, school her. I'm searching.
Is this the drag racer again?
No. What the drag? That's Shirley
You're
Muldowney.
talking about the
Nadia's
the Isle Man,
Scoots or
Isle Man,
Scoots?
the Isle
Yes,
Man
road racer.
girl.
Badass.
Yeah. She has a bunch of records at Isle Man. I think she was like the youngest woman to win it.
All right. So what does Nadia think about Patricia?
And they both raced Isle Man too. So
yeah, I mean, Patricia was
but what
at
she
Isle Man.
said is it's nice to, like, you know, come up and say, oh, I'm faster than all the boys and show up half naked and do all this shit, but then like barely fucking qualify. Yeah, it's cool to show off and it's cool to be that chick.
Was this Patricia's first year at Isle of Man?
Who the fuck knows? But don't fucking talk shit until you know shit. And don't be fucking showing me your ass until I know that you can fucking do what you got to do. Be the role model. It's okay to be flashy, but be the
like, as a
model.
woman, if I am athletic looking and I work hard on my body and like,
oh shit, Nadia has my number.
What about like female beach volleyball players?
I don't care about volleyball. That's not my sport.
But they wear, like, you know, they wear bikinis out there jumping around with their asses hanging out.
That's up to them. It's not my sport to speak on. Just like porn's not my sport to speak on. Like, I don't speak on that either because I don't do it.
I don't know. Like, I love, listen, I can be one of the most judgiest people when it comes to women.
I am not judgy. I just don't like women.
like if your Instagram account is nothing but your picture, like your face or your body, like I know that you have low self-esteem. I get that. And I feel bad for you. And I know that every guy is just going to like because of how you look and like you have nothing to back it up. Like, I get that. Like, and I hate women like that. Like, I hate women with low self-esteem that have nothing but their looks to go on. Like, I get that. But like Patricia Fernandez, she's an athlete and she's in a sport where there's hardly any women in this sport. So you can't hate on her. All right.
I don't care about women in the sport. You know what I care about?
Wait, what?
I have a new perspective. That was like a small moment in my life, okay? And you know I didn't feel like that before.
Like,
Okay.
I mean, like, wait, what did you just say? Like, where,
No,
what?
I
Like,
gained a new
you,
perspective.
you were the
Give me
one, like,
5
there's
seconds.
lots of women in the sport. They're everywhere. Blah,
There
blah,
are lots
blah.
of women in the sport, but people don't know
No,
who fucking
we
Nadia
hardly
is.
have any women in the
You
sport.
guys didn't know who half
How
of them
many
were.
women are running Moto America? How
It
many
doesn't
women
matter.
run
It
World
doesn't matter.
Superbike?
You know
How
why it
many
doesn't matter?
women run in
Hey,
MotoGP?
Shannon, new
How
perspective, let
many
me
women
talk.
run in any of the top 3 or 4 or
Could
any of
just,
them?
be off this Zoom meeting in 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds. Okay. So here, I have a new perspective. I thought about it. I took time to myself to think about this. It doesn't fucking matter how many women are in this sport. What matters is how much youth you get in the sport. Because the people who start young are the ones who are the racers. Blake Davis, freaking Joe Lemandry, Gus Rodeo, Maxie boy, Mr. I'm gonna be 18. All those kids, they've been racing since they were kids, even reluctantly. Freaking dude who rubbed my tire. What is his name? Rocco Landers. Dude,
So you don't care about the women anymore? Is that what you're
I don't
saying?
give two
You don't
fucks.
care.
I care
You don't
about
care.
kids, male or female. Kayla's another one. I don't give a shit.
So you don't
Women
care
suck.
about anybody but the kids now.
The kids.
The mommy instincts are like pouring
So-
out of you right now.
No. Kids will
Hey,
build the sport.
Amanda, real quick, I just want to point out that
Women don't care.
In 2016, Patricia Fernandez was named the fastest female on the All-Star GP circuit. She ran
GP circuit. What about road racing? The badass racing?
That
like
is
real
the road racing circuit. That's a small course of the Isle of Man.
Yeah, but okay, you tell me what bike she was on, whatever class she was running, and who she was running against. Was it one of two people?
She was on a 600 with an average speed of 118.264. Jenny Tinmouth is the fastest on a 1000 at 119.998.
I want to ask you, I invite you to tell me when Nadia started racing, because she's young.
Who cares? If somebody comes along and was faster, Patricia's in her
there's gonna be
freaking
somebody
30s.
faster.
She's like
Women don't matter. Kids
Patricia's
matter.
like closer to my age than she is to your age.
That's great. We're not that far apart.
That's not right. That's actually wrong. I think that's incorrect. Actually, hold on a second.
She's old as fuck. Like for real.
She's not old as fuck.
For a racer, she is.
Yeah. So I mean, you should give her street credit.
I give no women props. Women suck. Anyway, we all knew I felt like this. This is not new news. I just went through a brief intermission of thinking women were cool.
So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned because next week you never know how Amanda's going to feel. She might be all about women power again. So be sure to come back next week just to check in.
Amanda was on her period when she felt like that. Just to let you guys know. I felt a moment of kinship.
And now with the way your attitude is, you can tell that her period is due again next week.
Oh my God. It's due in 2 days. How did you know? Anyway, now that everybody knows my cycle.
Follow along as we track Amanda's cycle and her emotional fluctuations.
I can't help it. ADHD and hormones do that. They fuck shit up.
Oh
but anyway,
God.
like I was saying, on a real ass note, you bring youth into the sport and the youth are going to grow it. They're going to be your future racers. They're going to be your future this and that. That's what's important.
I say
how do we get more women or females?
More people doing it.
How do we get more cis females to join in at a younger age then?
You introduce them to the sport like anybody else's.
Yeah, how do we get more women? And I mean, girls.
So here's the thing. Women aren't always going to catch on. Sometimes it's just a phase for them, or they're just gaining some confidence and all this and that. It's not about male or female. It's about whoever it resonates with and sticks with. I don't want somebody there just because it's no different than the military. I don't want you there because you were forced there or you're just doing it for the moment. I want you there because you got my back. It's the same thing if you're racing next to me, if you're on the track next to me, I want you there because you're passionate about it. I don't want you there just because it's your fucking flavor of the month. Nah, I don't want you there because you got an ego and you got something to prove. I don't want you there because of blah, blah, blah. I mean, some people use it as therapy. Some people use it for this and that. That's how it started for me. But you know what?
What year were you born, Amanda? What year were you born? What year were you born? 79, 89, 89?
Whoa, you
I'm 79. You're 89, right?
That's correct.
Okay. So Patricia is closer to your age. She's 4 years older than you.
She's still old. She's closer to 40 than she is to my age.
She's 6 years younger than me, and I am not fucking old. So don't you dare forget
As
that.
a
Okay?
racer. I don't really hate her. I just like it's just the
You're
feisty-
jealous. That's what it is. I mean,
Woo,
we all do
I'm
that.
jealous
Come
of
on.
nobody.
Like if you're gonna like have this much opinion
If
and
that was
emotions,
the case,
it's
I'd be
because of
jealous of
jealousy.
every
We know
female
this.
racer.
You're
If
just
I was gonna,
jealous. You're
nah,
just jealous.
I'd be jealous of a man before I'd be jealous of any female.
Jealous of Amanda?
I don't see
Of a
anything
man.
about anybody
a
named
man.
Nadia, by the way. Who is this
Huh?
Nadia person? Who are you talking about?
Did
Like,
you
I was
put her
think-
last name in? It's
I was thinking about
S.
somebody else.
What?
I was thinking about somebody else. Like I was thinking about that Jenny girl. So what's her last name?
Who, Nadia?
Alka, it's ALKAHZRA.
I'm done talking about women. Women suck.
No, that's not
I'm a
right.
hater.
That's not right. Never mind. That's so not right.
Either way, as you see through Moto America, you see how and even MotoGP, it always starts with like that small CC class with the small kids. You go to the twins, you go to the
All
super
right.
sport.
Well, anyway, it's after 10 o'clock, so we're going to end this because
Yeah.
I'm tired. I know you're tired.
Yeah, I'm mad tired.
Mike better be tired. It's,
I was trying to sneak a nap in before this, but it got away from me.
I sure took a nap. I took a nap for like 3 hours. And I don't nap. I don't do that. I hate naps, but I needed it.
I don't nap either. Never.
That's a
No.
lie. That's a fucking lie.
Mike
You're the
never
most
naps.
nappiest person I know.
No,
No.
he just breaks up his sleep cycle. That's it.
All
All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed our feistiness. Some big, awesome things. are
Don't
coming
share my
along.
feisty. I'm the feisty.
Some amazing things are coming. The new Kawasaki Ninja 4RR. I'm sure there's more letters and numbers that I've forgotten to put in there.
400.
ZX4RR.
400. Yeah.
It's not
All
even
the
400.
Rs,
They call it
every
a
single one of
4RR. All the R's are, yeah, like
They're
just
pirates.
we're pirating it up over
Love it.
here. All right, we have so much new racing news. Daytona 200 kicks us off for the season, and it is what, like 5-6 weeks away. It is right around the corner. I'm so excited. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in and enjoying the evening. Happy hump day, everybody. You can find Amanda Stay Fast and Weird on TikTok and Instagram. You can see Mike at Twisty Writer on TikTok and Instagram. You can find me at the Odious Soul everywhere and your mother. So thank you guys again, and we'll see you next week and see you at Daytona. Bye.
Toodles.
Adios.